So what got the Dragon Ball community triggered today? Based on episode 100 of Dragon Ball Super, a lot of people are slamming their keyboards right now. They're like, yo, shit's is cracking, the keyboards is just melting from the fucking rage from several members of the fandom. And the reason being, because of the event of what happened, what went down with Kale and Goku. And what I'm referring to in particular is essentially Kale not botting because she didn't take him out completely, but tanking Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and she's in what appears to be the Broly legendary Super Saiyan transformation. Appears to be, right? People are like, what the fuck is this? I mean, we already went through something similar to this. I mean, I even made a video about it. We kind of was like, what the fuck is going on? When you had Krillin kind of taking a bit of Super Saiyan Blue, Goku coming at him and Krillin was holding his own. We had Android 17 going at it with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So we've kind of already had this, what appears to be inconsistency of the power scaling of Goku's Super Saiyan Blue transformation for a while now. It's kind of been the case for a while. There's also been certain instances of things that appear to be like God gifted in a sense, the God mode abilities that no longer exist. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Super Saiyan God transformation at one given point showed that like Goku was kind of healing and shit. That shit doesn't exist anymore. There's a lot of different things, and honestly I feel as though at this point with the fandom, you just gotta kind of like accept that the power scaling in Dragon Ball is no longer what we once thought it was. I mean, to be fair, we can go as far back, if you really think about it, to even like after the Frieza saga. That's where shit really started to be like, huh? You know what I'm saying? But, it still felt a lot better than what Dragon Ball Super offered. I mean, go to the Majin Buu saga. Why the fuck didn't Gohan come and kick Kid Buu's ass? Because if you think about it logically, Gohan should have been stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? He was the... But, we just have to look at it and take it for what it is now, because at this particular point, power scaling, it's non-existent practically compared to what it used to be in Z, and even Z had its issues, but again, nowhere near what Super is doing, because, yeah, okay, Kale... Honestly, a lot of people look at it, and I can see where they're coming from, but Kale realistically should not even hold a candle, a slither of a candle, to Goku's Super Saiyan Blue transformation, because she is what appears to be maybe like Super Saiyan 2, maybe stronger than a Super Saiyan 2, or around the Super Saiyan 2 based on her transformation. Thing is, though, everybody is saying that based on Broly, because Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan from the movies, he was about the power of a Super Saiyan 2, maybe somewhere around in the realms of there. People argue for many years that he could have taken out Cell and all this shit, but that's where people were going with because of Broly's power. But the difference is, one, Broly is not canon. I think we need to be clear about that for the people that are forgetting that he was a movie villain. This is inspired by Broly in a sense of the look and the, Son Goku compared to Kakaroto. So, it's inspired, but is not taking the same exact power levels or feats, so to speak, that Broly had. It's just, she looks like him, but she's not him. I understand at the same time, though, that how the fuck you go from just normal mode to a mode that is stronger seemingly than Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, this is something new if you think about it, in a sense. I mean, some of the things that she's doing is similar to what Broly did back in the day, tanking a Kamehameha and bashing the fuck out of Goku and smacking him around. And again, it just kind of doesn't make sense in regards to this shouldn't be the case. The only way you can kind of logically somewhat explain this is that it's something somewhat inspired by Broly, but also new, where this form, she doesn't feel pain, it doesn't really overwhelm her or anything like that. Maybe possibly the energy blast or energy beams don't even really affect her. There's many different routes we could go with this, so until we get an explanation, we can't completely cut it off. But at the end of the day, again, Dragon Ball Super has just been very inconsistent with power levels. I mean, going back to fucking the Resurrection F shit, where Piccolo is fighting somebody that's supposedly on Zarbon's level, but Piccolo's having struggles with him when he should be able to smack him around like nothing. There's been so many cases of this, and it's kind of like, yeah, we know what Dragon Ball Super is, we just really fucking enjoy it. That's how I look at it. I know what Dragon Ball Super is. This is a masterpiece, it ain't anything like that. And, the difference, like, because immediately somebody's going to come in, but you bash Fairy Tail, what is going on? The difference is Fairy Tail at one given point during the manga's run had, somewhat consistent bases of fights. It always had a little bit of problem, but it never was like what it became. And Dragon Ball Super, I think from jump, really established that yo, it's not what it used to be. The power scaling is all over the place. Super Saiyan Blue really doesn't come across as strong as it should be, because essentially Super Saiyan God, the red transformation, was a god mode. You know, this is like the same level that kind of gave Beerus some fun. It didn't give him a run for his money. Beerus was still way stronger, but it gave him some fun. So a powered up version of that form, the Super Saiyan Blue, which is essentially like just a god mode going Super Saiyan, should be way stronger, should be greater, shouldn't have any problems with anything that doesn't match up to that level. So yeah, Kale's legendary, or, you know, true Saiyan transformation, whatever the heck you want to call it, really shouldn't give him a problem, unless there's something new about this transformation where she doesn't feel pain, or maybe she absorbs the energy, or who knows. Like, there's something that could explain things. Will Super explain it? Probably not. Did it explain why Krillin... I mean, one of the producers, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody that works down there at the studio, did come up with a comment that he felt as though essentially Goku was just trying to test his opponents when he was training in that intermedium between the preliminaries and the actual tournament. He kind of tried to break it down the best way he could, that he just always thought kind of Goku was holding back and just testing his opponents. He wasn't really going in. I mean, are you going to say the same thing for the actual Tournament of Power? Like, are people going to use that excuse that Goku's just holding back because he doesn't want to kill her? I mean, I guess you could argue that as well if you think about it, because, you know, no killing is allowed. So maybe the Kamehameha wasn't strong enough because he wasn't trying to kill her, but still, she completely tanked it. And in reality, a Super Saiyan Blue, which is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, should be able to body any type of Super Saiyan transformation that doesn't meet up to there, unless you're trying to argue that her Super Saiyan 2-esque type of deal, the legendary transformation, is so strong that it matches up to that power, which again just seems like a ridiculous thing to jump from a normal mode to beyond the god. It's fucking ridiculous. The power scaling is all over the place. But I guess you could argue that as well, because I mean, if you think about it, Goku's Super Saiyan transformation is probably a billion times stronger than when he first went Super Saiyan, or even throughout the run of DBZ's Super Saiyan transformation. If I'm not mistaken, I believe in the manga, it was explained that Goku's Super Saiyan transformation is pretty much on par of what he used to be like in Super Saiyan 3. That's how strong he is. So there's the argument there that even though, yes, it's a lesser transformation, she's still so damn strong because it could potentially be like, you know, the original form of Saiyans, that it matches up to even God mode. It sounds stupid, it's ridiculous, yes, but again, that's par for the course with the power scaling of Dragon Ball Super. It is what it is. It's not an excuse, it's just the reality. Dragon Ball Super's power scaling is, to a certain degree, kind of shitty. It doesn't make sense some of the times, and it's like, well, are we gonna complain every week? Like, it's almost as if every single week going into an episode of Dragon Ball Super, afterward, you gotta immediately jump on Twitter and say, so what had us triggered with this episode this week, huh? What triggered us this week? Because people are going crazy, people are raging, and maybe rightfully so. I'm not one to judge. It is what it is. Maybe it just really comes across as straight up bullshit, which to a certain degree it does, that Super Saiyan Blue isn't able to tank what appears to be something less than even Super Saiyan 3. So, really curious what you guys think about this matter regarding Goku versus, or Goku Super Saiyan Blue versus Kale's seemingly legendary transformation. Do you think her tanking the Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha and just kind of kicking Goku's ass is bullshit? Or do you think that, like, it's fine? Also, if you think it's fine, what is your reasoning behind it? Like, what is your explanation? Is it just, hey, it's fine, fuck it? Or there's something more to it than that? I mean, personally, I'm just kind of like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the episode was cool as shit. If you kind of really just look at it, like, maybe they can explain something, it's fine. But I'm at the point where it's like, it's Dragon Ball Super. Piccolo was fighting somebody that's on Zarbon's level and was fucking having trouble, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We've known this from not necessarily day one, but very early on in Dragon Ball Super. So it's kind of like one of those situations. And I guess overall, what did you think about that bout? Do you think that Kale could potentially be even stronger than, I guess, God mode, if you think about it? And also, I guess it also makes people kind of wonder, okay, so Goku wasn't able to affect Kale, but somehow Jiren was. Well, there was a little bit of an explanation for that. She was tired at that point. You could definitely see that she was like, she wasted a lot of energy from blowing all that energy out and shit. So Jiren took advantage of that situation. So there's a little bit of an explanation there. Is it solid? Is it just completely like, oh my gosh? Probably not. I mean, then again, we didn't get to see Goku do another giant attack like he did prior to that, after she was tired, so it's kind of an argument there. Or it could just be that Jiren is just way, way, way stronger than Goku. There's the argument there. And your overall thoughts of it, again, I mean, it is what it is. It's Dragon Ball Super. I feel like I'm running in circles with this argument at this point, but yeah, I'm not really mad. It's just, But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And, once again, congrats on Dragon Ball Super hitting 100 episodes. 100 episodes later, and, people are still complaining. It's insane. Have an awesome one, people.